Going on? Who would have thought that would have happened? Newcastle United 2, Manchester City 2. We've kept the league champions to a draw at home. Now, I would never have thought that going into this game after watching that terrible shit show performance live in the flesh against Aston Villa just on Monday. I was saying to the guys from Newcastle Fans TV, let's keep it under 4. But to see that performance makes me proud. It just goes to show that we can turn up against the big boys. In fact, I do remember saying something along the lines of getting a result against one of the bigger teams in the run into Christmas, and there you have it. So I'm giving myself a little bit of credit, but at the same time, I've got to give credit to the boys and credit where it's due to Steve Bruce, because that's the team that he lined up with. That's the tactics he went with, and obviously he was on the back foot for a lot of the time. If he was looking at possession wise, you would have thought it was a different story altogether. I mean, they had a lot of chances. They had a lot of opportunities to go on and win it. Well, yeah, to win it, in fact. Although we did peg about both times quite rapidly, which is credit to us as well, not letting it go to our heads. But credit goes to Bruce for setting up the formation. Now, looking at the team going into the game, only one change was made, I believe, is Manquillo in for Yedlin. Obviously, Yedlin's injured. Carroll wasn't on the bench. Longstaff brothers were back, were not even needed to be used. I was thinking to myself, hold on a minute, Sterling's going to have an absolute, run at it, and basically did. Got on the score sheet first of all, leave that guy that much time in the box, and again, he's the best player in England at the moment. And there you have it, 1-0 within the first, 15 minutes or so, or 20 minutes. And then we go and peg him back straight away. Great goal by Willems. Again, he's turning up in these big games as well, like first goal against Liverpool, obviously champions of Europe, and now a goal against Manchester City, the current champions of England. So again, he's got 2 big goals. Bruce, you got to go and sign him. We've got to go in and sign him because, without a doubt, he's probably the best. Yeah, I'll probably say the best left-sided player that we've had in a long, long while. And obviously that's thrown in Matt Ritchie as well, just because he's got that bit of edge of pace ahead of Ritchie. Not putting down Ritchie at all, but again, he just edges it for me because in terms of pace and can nick a goal or two. And then back in the game going into half time. Second half, again, camped in our own half for the majority of the game. I'm sorry, but Joe Linton can't trap a bag of cement. He needs to sit down, like I said before, needs to relax and needs to find his shooting boots, because he's left him at the Tottenham White Hart Stadium, whatever you want to call it, because he's not done anything since then, in my opinion. Rightfully so, comes off the pitch, comes on for Gal, who didn't look too bright either, but that's probably due to a lack of game time and all the rest of it. As I was saying before, though, Man City were just absolutely pummeling us. Chances are plenty going to Jesus, Sterling, and then obviously then KDB pops up with an absolutely fantastic goal. Ball comes out to him, I think, headed out by Dummett, I believe, and then outside the area or just inside, whatever. It pops it up on his chest, boom, hits it on the half volley, or on the volley, sorry, hits the crossbar in, absolute worldie of a goal. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, we've lost at least to an absolute fantastic goal. Dubravka had no chance. Defenders are looking at like, what could we have done about that one? And it's 2-1 going into the last couple of minutes of the game. But again, credit to us, credit to the team. We did not give up. Win the free kick, which Fernandinho could have got sent off for because he's already on a yellow as it was. Atsu then squares it. Yes, Christian Atsu then squares it. And then who did he square it to? The person that you wanted to drop to the most, probably outside the area, John Joe Shelvey, curls it into the bottom corner. And it's 2-2. I can't believe it. Absolutely. I'm just over the moon. The fact that we're celebrating a point, I know it sounds mad, but again, it's a big point against a big team. And the two Manchester clubs this season can't hold a candle to us already. We've got 4 points at home against those two. And that's good considering a team like us. Big performances from a lot of players. Again, one shout out goes to John Joe Shelvey. I tore into him a little bit in the previous game just because he wasn't showing much. And again, he did put in the captain performance that I wanted to see on Monday and going forward. I need to see more consistency though like that, because these games come few and far between for John Joe Shelvey. Hayden, again, somewhat of an unsung hero. He doesn't really get the plaudits he deserves, just goes about his business and allows the likes of Shelvey to go on and thrive and do his thing. Again, another one, Federico Fernandez. I get his first name wrong, but it's Fernandez anyway. Fede Fernandez, again, immense at the back. I mean, even his little jinking run in the second half, that had me off my feet as well. What a player. And then again, obviously Saint-Maximin, a real only outlet up top, because again, we've had how many defenders score goals this season, and we've only had one forward out of an £80 million frontline score this season, one goal. But again, in terms of threats, I know people saying, Mingy's doing all right, it's lay off of him and all the rest of it. I would say the only person who's really looking threatening consistently is got to be Saint-Maximin. That's the reason why he's up there in terms of men of the match, should I say, men of the match. If I was to give it to one person, it's either Fernandes or Shelvey. Probably Shelvey just edges it just because he scores. But Fernandes is a close second for me, and obviously Saint-Maximin gets an honourable mention as well. Obviously, I've got to look at the flip side of it, where we can improve. And I've got to say again, Joe Linton, he's just not looking a £40 million forward at all. I don't want to end on this note, so don't worry, I will flip it back. But he needs to be dropped in the next game. I think we've got Sheffield United coming up next. Let's go with Gale, or if Carroll is fit, let's go with Carroll. But Joe Linton, he's dropping just to find some form. As I said before, find Jesus, find a touch, find anything rather than what he's doing, because he's not getting the first touch right, certainly not even getting the second touch right, not allowing players to come into the game. And that's part of the reason why we're always on the back foot, because when we leave it up to him, we've not even got a chance to catch up to the play. So for me, he needs to be dropped. But positives, up to 12th, I believe. Obviously, this is recorded before the 3 o'clock kickoff, so again, that could change. But hell of a performance. And again, credit to Steve Bruce, giving him a lot of credit, giving him a lot of stick, obviously, at the start of the season. Sorry, just wiping sleep out of my... The reason why I'm in the dressing ground, I'm not feeling up to weather, by the way, not just because I'm feeling pimping, even though I am feeling a little bit pimping because we just draw with Man City. But credit to Steve Bruce, good tactics. Obviously similar to Rafa tactics in the way we set up, but again, to implement them against Man City for a whole 90-odd minutes does take some doing, so credit where it's due. And yeah, phenomenal performance against Man City, and people are already writing Man City off in the title race, and it's only the end of November. It's crazy to think that we've played a part in that. So again, big point for us. That's now a point against Man City, 3 points against Manchester United, 3 points against Tottenham. Double back-to-back wins. Obviously, we lost against Monday against Aston Villa, but those are some real key performances now. But now we need to put it up against the so-called smaller teams. I don't want to discredit Sheffield United because they're having a phenomenal season this season. But at the start of the season, you would be saying that's where we get 3 points from, and that's the same energy we need to keep up against Sheffield United. So, awesome performance. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, or on Twitter. It's Clinton_forward. I've changed it, by the way. So if you can't find me, that's the reason why. But yes, get in free. I was about to say 3 points. No, it's not 3 points. It feels like 3 points. 1 point against Man City. Thank you very much, and thanks for listening. Cheers.